What is biochemistry? Is it biology or chemistry? Well, it's a chemistry of life. Before you study complex biochemical reaction, I think it's important that you understand concept of biomolecules. AMP, building block of it. But the first thing first. All living matter composed of 6 basic element CHONPS: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. This CHONPS bond together with ionic and covalent bond to form monomers. Depending on which element bond together, there are different type of monomer, in which we will get into a little bit. The different monomers binds together to form polymers. This process called polymerization. There are 4 main types of biomolecules: carbohydrate, lipids, protein, nucleic acid. AMP, the elements of each of the subsequently are CHO, CHO, CHONS, CHONP. Now, let's talk about each biomolecule. AMP, its building blocks: monomers and polymer. So, let's discuss each of them. Carbohydrate. The monomer that make up carbohydrate is monosaccharides. This monosaccharide bind together to form polymer. Or more specifically polysaccharide. The most common monosaccharide is glucose. AMP, this polymerized to form variety of polysaccharides. Include starch and glycogen. Function of carbohydrate to meet short-term energy demand. Now let's connect it with over daily life. Bread, AMP, pasta are source of carbohydrate. Second biomolecule is lipid. Lipids are made up of 2 type of monomer. Glycerol AMP, fatty acid. The function of lipid is to meet and long-term energy demand. AMP, is a structural component of membrane. The example of lipid include butter, oil. AMP, cholesterol. Third biomolecule is protein. Monomer of protein is amino acid. The polymer of protein is peptide. Some protein has dynamic function, as enzymes, hormones, immune globulin. Some protein has structural function like collagen. AMP, how I forget muscle building. The source of protein is meat, egg white. AMP, the last but not the least biomolecule is nucleic acid. Monomer that form nucleic acid is nucleotide. This nucleotide bind together to form polynucleotide. There are 2 types of polynucleotide. DNA AMP, RNA. DNA required for reposition of hereditary information. AMP, RNA is required for protein biosynthesis. Now, one more important thing. Monomer bind together by reaction called condensation reaction. As you can see, hydrogen atom from one monomer, AMP, hydroxyl group from another monomer, bind together, AMP, form H2O. With left the oxygen, it bind together and form polymer. Polymer breaks apart by reaction called hydrolysis. Hydro meaning water. Lysis meaning splitting. In this reaction, addition of water molecule break the bond AMP, splits monomer. Opposite to condensation reaction. Now, at last I wanted to answer the question that why medical student needs to study biochemistry. As we know from this lecture, elements or atoms binds together to form monomer or micromolecules. AMP, monomer bind to form polymer or macromolecules, also known as biomolecules. Different biomolecules organized into organelles. AMP, subsequently cells, tissue, organ. Different systems. AMP, human body. So as we understand, base of this whole phenomena is different biochemical reactions. AMP, its components. Disorganization at any level can affect human body. That's why we need to study biochemistry. Thanks for watching. You all can support me on Patreon or by subscribing to my channel and sharing to your friends. Check out description for more details.